Hi, I'm Bob Fryer here in the AAPEX studios. Do want to thank our sponsors, Repairify and Great Water 360 Auto Care. And right now we are welcoming Erik Hjermstad. He is the VP of Product Development at Experian. How are you, sir?
Great, thanks for having me.
Good to have you here. Everyone that I talk to, we sort of focus on the access to data, the
Sure.
need to get to the data.
Yep.
And it never occurred to me that there's such a thing as bad data or dirty data. And
Yeah.
that's where you come in?
Yep, we do a lot of that. And actually you bring up a good point on data access.
Yeah.
Man, our industry, we've gotten so good at that over the past few years, which is exciting. So we at Experian have been in the data hygiene, data cleansing, that kind of business for a long time. The really cool part about where things are at today is now you can take action on it. So it's very exciting in terms of, we have the ability to go in, clean up all the data, and now there's all these other providers out there that do such a great job making it easy to use once you get it there.
Okay, I'm a novice here, so explain to me, like cleaning up, what goes into cleaning up data?
Yeah, so you think about people moving, you think about all the ways that you input data online into different websites, when you buy things and you end up in different companies' CRM systems, there's all sorts of garbage data that exists in there, things change. We've specialized in cleaning up that data for years.
How do you know what, if people have moved away, how do you know?
Sure, so there's a lot of different things. So there's things through the post office, there's things through a lot of different sources. The beauty of what we have at Experian is because we have data not only on credit, not only on consumers in our marketing database, through Experian.com, through all these different sources, we get a very good rich picture of what accurate data actually looks like. And we've got teams of people that are going all over the place, basically making sure that we're linking and finding these things together. So as people get married, you move them along in that life cycle from a householding perspective. Right. It all kind of comes together. But because of our vast kind of breadth of data, we've gotten pretty good at it over the years.
Well, I'm a little concerned about how much you know about me going into this.
There's a lot of regulations, a lot of regulations.
But also, first and foremost, really, how does that help the automotive industry?
Yeah, so that's where it gets exciting. So once you clean it up, you got all these different partners out there. There's all the clean rooms that exist today, all those different providers that we work with, the CDPs, all these guys, once you get that cleansed data there, then you can start acting on it. You can start talking to consumers, engaging with them from a marketing perspective, and that's where, where we're sitting here at AAPEX. Now you've got all these parts suppliers, all these aftermarket places that say, how do I reach the consumers that need these parts? And cleaning up the data, making it accessible to them, they can now say, all right, now I know who owns the vehicles that fit my parts and where they're located. So it's that entire ecosystem kind of being brought together.
Okay, and how do you go about? Are there walls in place that keep you from cleaning up that data?
Yeah, so there's all kinds of things in place to basically make sure that we're not abusing the system. Is that kind of where you're going? I mean,
when you said regulations, that's what made me think of it.
Yeah, it's all over the place. And what I love now is really where we're at with the clean room ecosystems that exist out there. You can take all this offline identity data, names, addresses, and basically you can now link that together with online data sources, cookies, IP addresses, all of these things. But you do it in a way where you're masking all that data along the way. So you're not doing anything in ways that's putting that PII, that name and address information out there in ways that you wouldn't want it to be there. So we take at Experian, and quite frankly, my background is data, so I love this stuff. I could talk about this all day. The cool part about what we've got at Experian is we're probably one of the more conservative data providers that exists in the country. It's great for our partners because we become a trusted partner with them, and that's really why we have the success that we do. From my perspective as a data guy, it's challenging at times because I know there's things that we could be doing that we don't allow ourselves to do because of kind of who we are. And we want to make sure we do that the right way.
I got one more question just because I'm super curious about this. I'm envisioning people sitting in cubicles going over it, or are you taking advantage of the new advancements in AI, artificial intelligence?
Yeah, we've got entire groups of folks that are doing machine learning and AI. I've got a couple teams working with me directly on that front. So now we're doing some really cool things where we're layering on AI on top of our data sources to say, hey, tell me the consumers that are living in this area, how many exist that are driving these types of vehicles that are likely to need these kinds of parts.
I gotcha.
So, and it's the cool models that exist, with AI now. It's getting real exciting and real fun.
Erik, great chatting with you.
You
Much
too.
appreciated. Thank you, sir. All right, and again, thanking our sponsors, Repairify and Great Water 360 Auto Care. I'm Bob Fryer. We'll see you right back here in the AAPEX studio.